Well, there's not too many people in the world of golf that make it look as simple as this man when he's on song. And Michael Sim, first of all, thank you very much for joining us today at the Adidas Golf Junior Sixes Invitational. We came through the juniors at a similar time, and plenty of players went on to be very successful, the likes of yourself and Flanagan, Bowditch, Price, Nitties, etc. But the juniors today, they're pretty awesome, aren't they?
Yeah, like you said, I came through a fantastic era of junior and amateur golf, and a lot of those guys went on to play the PGA Tour and Asian Tour and European Tour and had a lot of success. So as you said, there's still the likes of those guys coming through now, and you know, even your event you got on today, you got 40 great players out there, juniors, and yeah, it's just great to see so many people with juniors playing golf at the stage.
Well, in 2005, you were #1 amateur in the world. 2009, 3 wins on the Korn Ferry Tour. You reached the top 40 in the world rankings. You won the PGA Tour of Australasia Order of Merit, and you set a single season earnings record on the Korn Ferry Tour, and you didn't even play the full year, but probably most notably from that year, you played the final round of the US Open at Bethpage with Tiger Woods and finished in the top 20. And then the following year, 3 top 3s on the PGA Tour. It must be a hell of a lot of fun to reflect on that period.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know your stats quite well. Yeah, it was a tremendous year. I do remember starting 2009 with conditional status on the web.com. It was back then, now Korn Ferry, and I won. I think it might have been the first event in America at the Stonebray, and then my year just kicked on from there. I had like you said, a bunch of runner-ups, and I qualified for the US Open, and that fed right the way through the end of that year. And like you said, I still hold the money list record on the Korn Ferry Tour, and then 2010 was, yeah, like you said, it was great too. I played majors and had a chance to win Torrey Pines, the Farmers Insurance. So yeah, 2 fantastic years that I still now look back on and reflect on.
Well, a bit of a resurgence in the last 12 months too, because you've won 2 events on the PGA Tour of Australasia. But more importantly, you became a father a couple of years ago. You and your wife Simone welcomed son Jaden. Is there a correlation there between the two?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I definitely don't practice as hard as I did 10 years ago and before that. But I think I don't care. It's hard to say. I don't really care as much. Not don't care, but I think the pressure's lower than it was when I was playing on tour. Like I feel a lot more relaxed on the golf course now. I just try and play my own game, where I think, you know, back in 10 and 11 and 12 were really tough years for me, and before you know it, I lost my card, and I just had so much pressure, and I felt like I was hitting golf balls and going to the gym and trying to do everything right, where now I just sort of felt like I've taken a step back and just tried to play my own game. And like you said, I won, you know, WA Open and then Queensland PGA earlier this year, and yes, it's just great to get back in the winner's circle. As you know, you've won tournaments, and you don't ever sort of feel like when you lose your game, you're ever going to come back and win. And yeah, to have won twice over the last 12 months has just been fantastic.
And it's not just the playing side of it that you've got going on with your life right now, is it?
No, it's not. I started my Australian PGA bridging program in April last year, and I'm almost through that now, and just started doing some coaching, some indoor lessons and some coaching at Lakelands. And obviously during this COVID period, we don't exactly know when we're going to be back playing golf tournaments again. It could be next year, it could be middle of next year. So yeah, I've sort of jumped in and trying to give back to juniors and amateur players everything that I've learned from you know, my main coach in David Milne over in Perth, and yeah, just looking to give back to the game and really step in and do some coaching.
And where are you doing? Are you teaching locally?
Yeah, Lakelands. I can do some coaching at Lakelands here on the Gold Coast, and yeah, I've only done a few lessons, and like you said, I'm almost through my program now, where I can have free reign, and yeah, really looking forward to the next step.
Well, if you want to improve your golf and learn from one of the best players in the world, if you're based in Southeast Queensland, get along to Lakelands Golf Club. Or Michael's also been kind enough to offer his services online as well at Michael Sim Golf on Instagram. And once again, mate, thanks very much for joining us today and supporting the next generation.
Thank you.